everyone, this is Mike.
And I'm Michelle.
And this is Lovey's Fat Life. And we just came off of the Celebrity Reflection a few months ago, probably 3 months ago?
Yes.
And at the time, we wrote down our pros and cons. And we're finally at the end of our video series. And we want to come up with the 22. We got 22 pros and 9 cons. And some of these may be pro to you and con to us, or con to you and pro to us. So this list can kind of go back and forth. So we're going to go through the list real quick. I'm going to, when I edit this, try to put some B-roll in so you can see what we're talking about. Some of these things you can't see what we're talking about. But we're going to try to go through this list pretty quick, because if not, this would be an hour video. So we're trying to keep it as minimal as possible. So let's go. First thing was excellent room service. Mm-hmm. They had the CPAP. They hooked the CPAP up for us.
Without asking.
Yeah, twice a day cleaning. We're not used to that. We've only cruised on Carnival, so some of this is comparing to Carnival Cruise Line.
You got chocolate on the pillow.
Yes, chocolate on the pillow. And then they had robes in the basic room. So that was a big plus to start with. Was the service in the room was excellent, right,
And our
Michelle?
steward was so nice. The bartenders were nice. Everybody was great.
All right, number 2, Michelle.
It was the size of the interior room.
Yes, nice, big,
Huge.
spacious. I would not have any reservations of booking an interior room on this ship again.
Yes.
We've booked interior on other ships, and we were like, why did we ever do this? This interior room was huge, and you're going to see the video evidence of this. We've already done a room tour anyway, so check out that video.
Yes.
Number 3 for us was the app. The app, I thought, in my opinion, was so much better. We've heard that Royal has a great app as well, but we thought the app for the ship was great. You saw everything going on throughout that day. You made the bookings there. You booked the muster drill ahead of time through it. You checked in ahead of time. It was just, the app was really user-friendly, and we thought it was great. Much better than the Carnival Hub app, in our opinion. Michelle, what's next?
That would be the embarkation process. Man, it was quick.
Yeah, we got on the ship in probably 15 to 20 minutes.
15, I think.
In an embarkation video, we tell how long it took to get on there. But a lot of things you do in advance with the app, several days in advance. So you're already ready to go. You upload documents. You take pictures ahead of time. You watch your muster drill, all that information ahead of time. So the process is just really fast.
Really quick.
Next was the muster drill we had. I mean, kind of just mentioned a little bit of that already. You watch a video ahead of time on the app several days in advance. You check in. You say you've watched the safety video. Then once you're on the ship, you go to your muster station.
Check you off.
That's all they do is scan your barcode, and that's it. You're done. You don't have to sit there and watch them put the over your head and how do you put it on and all this kind of stuff. It's just boom,
wonderful.
boom, boom. It's done.
Yes.
So next, Michelle, this kind of shocked me. You want to go over this one?
Sure, yeah. The public bathrooms, they are very huge, spacious, bougie even. They have these little rolled up towels to dry your hands with.
They have paper towels and regular towels, cloth towels.
But super nice.
Never experienced that before. It was nice, wasn't it?
Super spacious stalls. You weren't cramped. It was nice.
Yeah. Another thing that we thought was pretty cool was the in the buffet area, they had a bar in the buffet. Now, I've heard some of the newer maybe Carnival ships have that as well, or they have a PYOB, pour your own beer. But man, they had a full service bar in the buffet area, and then you had like a menu that you could lay down if you didn't want service, leave it up if you did want service.
Bar service.
Yeah, they would come around and ask you, what do you want to drink? If you didn't want to drink, you would lay it down. So that was really cool.
It really was nice.
And the next thing was probably one of the biggest things on our thought for the whole ship, and a definite pro.
Yes. The buffet food was delicious.
Absolutely incredible. There was probably only a couple things the whole time. You know, we ate there at least once, maybe twice a day. And in my opinion, there was only a couple items. The desserts were not that great.
No, they were kind
of
like
on the con list, but we won't put it on the Carnival. Yeah, similar to the Carnival ships. But the regular food, the mashed potatoes, best mashed potatoes I've ever had.
So delicious.
All
Gravy
the food was
so
great.
good.
Yeah, the gravy that
Their
goes on it.
taco bar was really good too.
Yeah, they had some great food. I would be fine just going to that every night. I mean, I could on that ship. It was that great.
The variety, it was exceptional.
Another thing that we thought, this ship was just well maintained. I know it's not super old, but some of the ships that we've been on that's around the same age are starting to show some of their like rust and dents and stuff
I
like
saw
that.
none of that.
This ship, you didn't see anything. They're cleaning on it constantly. You didn't
It's just
see any
beautiful.
rust anywhere. It's just a beautiful ship.
Immaculate.
Yeah, it's in great shape for its age. So
Mhm.
really, that was a pro to me that, you know, you're paying all that money to go on a cruise ship and it's well maintained. They're taking care of it. We was out in the alcove area one day and saw a guy like taking and cleaning the columns that go up and down outside.
Yeah.
I mean, during the daytime when they wasn't busy. So they take really good care of
They
it. They
do
were
take
also cleaning the
excellent care.
glass outside. I mean,
Mhm.
it was really well maintained.
Yes. The next thing was very impressive to us because you know how hot it is when we came off the ship to go back on. They had infused water. They had, I know, cucumber, lemon, and what was the other?
Orange, I think.
Orange.
Yeah, oranges.
And wet towels that you could wipe your face and your neck with.
I mean, we made a little joke on one of our videos, I think, coming back from somewhere, maybe Puerto Plata. But I took it had little ice chips in the towel and just
So
rubbing the
nice.
back of your neck and your face, and, you know, feeling like you're a bougie. And they're like, here's your ice towel, sir. But it was
really
it was
nice.
really nice. I always make fun of people when I saw that, but it was really nice.
Mhm.
We've had infused water on a couple ships. Maybe the Celebrity the
We got a
Celebration.
variety.
Yeah. But we on Carnival Celebration, I think they had it in some of the ports. But this was really nice to have that
It was nice.
when you came back. Another thing they also do is the beach towels. They tell you to take them with you into
Mhm.
ports. So
Yep.
it's not like, hey, don't take them. It's like, hey, take them.
And I don't think you get charged either. I don't think there's that fear of a fee.
Well, I'm sure if you don't bring them back, they'll charge you. But it's but yeah, it was nice to some places you went to. You just take a beach towel with you that's in the room, and it was you know, I thought that was really nice. That's definitely a pro. Another thing is towels on the loungers,
Mhm.
and no towel check in and check out. We've
Mhm.
seen that before on Lido decks on some ships. You got to go up, get a towel, then you got to check it back in when you come back.
Right. And there are like stands that have extra towels if you were to need them.
So, like in the solarium area and even on the Lido deck, they had towels already rolled up and put on each lounger. Yeah, of course, they're going to, you know, a negative is people are still going to, you know, kind of camp out on the loungers
do.
early in the morning and put things on there to save them.
They do.
But it was nice to be able to go out there and not worry about going and checking out a towel and then checking it back in. It was already in the chair sitting there waiting for you. Michelle, next.
The MDR. The MDR
Very
was so impressive. That food was so good. Our steaks, you order it and it came out exactly how we ordered it. We ordered it medium. It came out pink on the inside.
I've never ordered a steak in an MDR and asked for it to come out medium and it came out. It's always well done.
Right.
I mean, they're kicking mass amounts, and I get it. They're in a steamer. They're putting them in a thing, carrying them out. No, I asked for a medium steak, and it came out medium. I was very impressed with that. And the food every night in the MDR was really good. In fact, I thought it, and it may be a con later on, is I thought it was even better than some of their specialty restaurants. So I thought the food was outstanding between it and the buffet, better than any ship we've ever been on.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that's kind of bougie, in our opinion, I mean, it used to be common in the cruising world. Michelle, what about this one?
They still have tablecloths on the MDR.
Who would have thought that? And who would have thought I'd really cared if there was tablecloths in the MDR? But I kind of do, because when it means, you know, when you're cleaning and washing it, they just take the whole thing up, put a whole new one down.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about, you know, was it really washed or cleaned as good, because they give you a whole new one when they put it down for you.
Can we back up just a little bit and tell them about they cut your lobster up? They get the lobster out of the shell.
Oh, on lobster night, yes. They take it out.
They cut it up for you and pour butter on it.
Oh, yeah, some hot butter on it.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was really impressive.
All right, so this is a huge one. Not a huge one. Actually, the next one's a huge one. A pro, in our opinion, was that there was no water park or arcade. We just kind of thought the whole ship layout was better. Since this is geared more towards adults than kids, and that may be a pro or con for you.
And we didn't have our child with us.
We didn't have our child with us, just two adults. We liked it. We thought it took the area that normally would be a water park or an arcade and all these outdoor events, you know, like the, you know, what do they do it? Like the climbing up the walls and rope course and roller coasters and all that kind of stuff. They use this area instead, like a lawn area or bars. A lot of bars
Mhm.
on the ship. So
Nice
we kind of
bars.
liked that being older, and we weren't going to go into a water park and go down slides and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. So in our opinion, we thought they used the ship better, the layout of it better, in our
Right.
opinion.
Better use space.
Yep. And this was the big one, Michelle.
There's no signing of receipts.
Yes, I cannot stand that. Carnival, get with the times. Yeah, you just told them, showed you your signed sale card. Most of them, once they knew you after a while, you just tell them your room number,
Mhm.
and you signed everything. And if you wanted to tip them, you just gave them cash.
Yep, no signing.
No signing, no getting a receipt or anything like
Mhm.
that. So it just kept up less that pressure of, hey, give me $1 or $2. I mean, we'd give them a 5 or 10,
Right.
after a couple of drinks, and they just took care of you.
They
So
took excellent care of
Carnival
us.
needs, I think Princess, they don't do that anymore for Carnival. So Carnival, just do it for everybody else. But Celebrity has this right. I think
Mhm.
Royal's the same way. They don't have to sign receipts, but it just made things a
Nice.
lot easier, in my opinion. Another positive pro is they have these drink carts on the Lido. I've heard Royal does this as well. But hey, if you got that drink package and you're going up to it and you just say, hey, I want a Pepsi, I want a Coke, or whatever drink package they had there. It was Pepsi, wasn't it? I think it was Pepsi on there. No, it was Coke.
No, it was Coke.
It was Coke, that's right. So,
Coke.
yeah, I want a Coke Zero. Every time you went by, you got a Coke Zero. Next thing you know, you put them in your fridge in your room, and then you got 4 or 5 built up for later on. Wanted a water, wanted a beer. Food, the drink carts were awesome.
I like a soda, a diet soda with my meal, and it's frustrating on some ships, Carnival, when you have to wait in line for your food, and then you have to go wait in line for a drink too at the bar. You have to go somewhere special, somewhere different, and this eliminates that. You just grab it, and that's what another reason it's so nice to have a bar inside of the buffet that you can just grab a drink.
Yep.
Very nice.
So another thing we have, Michelle, is I'm going to let you talk about that one.
It's very fluffy friendly.
Yeah, a lot of open seating, couches, no hip huggers is what we always say. The only exception to that was in the Long Club Grill, which we paid for specialty dining for.
And
Those
it's a cramped
chairs
place.
were a little tight on the
The
rear
whole
end.
area was
Yeah.
very cramped.
Food overall was okay there, but that sitting just felt
The
a little
flatbread
uncomfortable with
pizza
me.
was incredible.
So not a big fan of that. There should be some B-roll showing you what those seats look like. I mean, if you're an average person, 250, 240 or lower, but if you're up over 250, 300 pounds or more, you're probably going to have a problem in there. Or even if you're not that weight, your body, if you've got a big behind, maybe you would have issues in there. But you'll tell by the video what they're saying.
I have a decent size behind, and it was close on the sides, but I was okay.
Okay. All right. So next pro is the alcove. So you can rent these. They're pretty expensive on days that you're in at sea. But the alcove area was really cool, like a cabana type thing, alcove, where we paid $100 for it. That was really neat. And you had food there, you had drinks there, you had bar service there. Service every 15 minutes coming by and saying, hey, what can I get you? You had the long area there to watch TV. You had hammocks. You had bean bags. You had just a cool area. Bathroom not far away. So the alcoves we thought were really cool.
You had a cover that came over your head to shield you from the sun as well.
Or rain or whatever. Yeah, really nice. We did that in Tortola. Unfortunately, we didn't get off in Tortola, but we had a great time out there, just relaxing and having a good time, and just overseeing Tortola and the views from the ship. Okay, we're down to 2 things last. Plenty of casual seating areas. We kind of mentioned that earlier in the fluffy, friendly part. A lot of areas with couches, areas to sit that were open near bars. The bars were, bars everywhere on this ship. So that was definitely a big plus for us, was the number of bars and the sitting areas, just everywhere.
We had friends with us, so we never had problems going and find seating to sit and chat and drink or whatever.
And did I mention the bars? There's plenty of bars.
Yeah.
You name it. They had a martini bar. They had bars in the casino area. They had the Sunset Bar in the back of the ship. They had so many, probably 10, 11, 12 bars on this ship.
The martini bar is
bar is so awesome. There's another bar. I can't remember. It wasn't the Martini bar. What was the other bar? I can't remember.
The bar that was,
We'll put it in here. The
I
name
can't
of it.
remember, but it was really
They had
nice.
couches and stuff sitting around it, and we sat there with our friends several nights just having a few drinks. And then even up in the main, the rear of the ship, you know, kind of where they had their club area,
The Sky
the
Club.
Sky Club,
hmm
that had plenty of seating in there. It was
Nice plush.
nice bar, nice
Yeah.
seating.
Mhm. It
Another
was
great
really
area.
nice.
All right, so the last thing on our pro list here, and we've never been on a ship that had this,
No, it was nice.
was a solarium.
Yes.
Michelle, what do you think about that?
I thought it was super nice. We only hung out in there one time and it got really crowded. But it's an inside solarium with a big pool inside with loungers and different kinds of seating.
It's air conditioned, it's weather
Mhm.
controlled,
Mhm.
and really nice area. And up to a certain time of the day, kids can't come in there. After a
Right.
certain time of the day, then I think like 15 and up can come in there, or whatever age it was.
But there's no
But a
silly
really nice
flashing.
area.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
there's
was
no.
really nice.
It's a really nice area, and they have also some big
Waterfall.
whirlpools in that area as well that you could get in a jacuzzi or a whirlpool and kind of enjoy that area. So the solarium was really nice. And then late at night, they had it lit up in all these different colors like blue and red.
The
and that hit,
waterfall had different colors behind it.
yeah, and the colors hit and made it look purplish looking with the blue and the red.
It's
So
really pretty.
really cool area. Just have it if you had a drink, go out there and just sit at night late. And there usually wasn't many people out there.
Not at night.
All right, so real quick, we're going long here already. We may hit over the 20-minute mark on this.
No.
Let's go talk real quick about the cons, and there's not many of them. We have 9 on this ship, and some of these are very subjective to if you think they'd really be a con or not. We put down deck parties. We were kind of used to Carnival and the whole big deck party thing, you know, kind of getting
Big,
everybody
lively,
going.
yeah.
Really not much of a small deck party here, and I'm kind of okay with that. We'll put it on the
Yeah.
con list because we've done Carnival, and maybe you're into that mood where you do care about that, but it really wasn't that big of a con on us for us. And then we're kind of getting nitpicky here too.
Yeah.
Michelle, what did you think about the next one?
So the food on there overall was really great, but I guess we had high expectations of the specialty dining. It was good. It just wasn't quite as good as we expected it to be.
Yeah, we kind of thought with these specialty restaurants, especially as good as the buffet bar was, and then the MDR,
We thought it would just
we kind
blow
of
us
thought it
away.
would just really blow us away. But in all honesty, I think some of even Carnival's specialty dining was better than their specialty dining.
He liked their steak, the carnival steak, better.
Yeah, I like the Carnival steak better. Michelle maybe can't say that. I don't know, but it's
Just a little different.
It's different. Then they had the Italian, the Tuscan Grill as well. It was okay. It was edible. It was good. But for that amount of money you're paying for it, I kind of thought it would be a little better than it
Yeah.
was. I mean, it was edible. Don't get me wrong.
It was even good.
Yeah, but it just was not like blown
Yeah.
away. One of the cons that we thought both of us noticed right off the bat on the first day
It's a little
in
weird.
the buffet area, and we've never experienced this
Mm-hmm.
for Carnival, was selling you specialty restaurants. They
It's
kind
a
of come
little
up to you
weird.
quite a bit. Even as soon as you get on the ship, they're like, as soon as you're walking on the ship, they're like, hey, do you have dinner plans tonight? Here, we're
Mm-hmm.
having 20% off, 30% off at the Tuscan Grill, the Long Club Grill. And
They push the specialty
they
dining.
definitely, and I've heard MSC does that a lot too, but they definitely push it. And then when you're in the buffet area and you're eating, they come up to you and
Yeah.
try to.
They're not
push it.
rude,
No, they're not. You can say, no, I already have plans or I got
and
something
they're
else.
fine.
And they'll leave, but they don't try to, they're not like, well, you really need to go eat.
No.
It's like, oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
But they do approach you.
They definitely approach you. So it's kind of turned off by that. That's definitely a con. Michelle, the next one?
So the casino size and the variety of games. It's not a huge casino. It's a nice casino, but it's not huge. And they did not have some of the games that we're used to playing on a Carnival ship.
Some nights it got pretty packed in there, and
did.
you couldn't get
Couldn't
a
get a seat.
you couldn't get a seat almost. So
um,
I've seen other ships worse than that. I know, like the Carnival Celebration was worse.
yes, it
And then
was.
some days you go down there and there wasn't hardly anybody there. It was
Right.
kind of hit or miss. It was really
Right.
weird.
They did have a nice bar in there that
Mhm.
was very nice, but it needed to be bigger.
All right, next on our list for cons is included food options. I kind of thought the buffet was so incredible. I get that. The MDR was incredible
Mhm.
food wise, but like you didn't see like on other ships, like they had a mass bar and grill, and it was just like, yeah. But like other ships where you have like a specialty taco place or a specialty cheeseburger place like Guy's Burger or a specialty pizza place. Now, you did have pizza on this ship in the buffet area. You did have hamburgers and hot dogs and all that. You had the Mass Bar and Grill. It just was not the same. I mean, I actually was craving a Carnival Guy's Burger on this ship.
So there, it's either buffet or specialty. Not a lot of in between.
Right. And don't get me wrong, the buffet is really good. They're like something like a burger, and their tacos are actually really good.
Their tacos were good.
But like just a good cheeseburger, just feel like you couldn't get a good cheeseburger or hot dog on there. Pizza. The pizza was pretty good too.
Yeah, it was. But we've been spoiled by
on Carnival on that. Yep.
And Blue Iguana.
So this may be a pro or a con for you. We put it on our con list. Is if you did have kids, the kids area was just kind of almost non-existent. They did have areas like Camp Ocean does with Carnival. It just didn't seem very big. Now, we didn't see but probably a handful of kids on the ship the whole time.
Probably not a dozen kids.
Most people are not going to go on the ship with their kids or want to go on there because of their kids. But it was lacking a little bit. And we're just putting it out there that it's a con. It really wasn't con for us.
No, because we went as a couple.
Right. So that's kind of nitpicky again. And this one's kind of another one. It's definitely geared towards an older crowd. I think the older crowd did have fun. They had the silent disco and some other things going on. We did curling. We did archery and stuff in the main lobby area. But it's definitely geared towards an older crowd. So if you're in your 20s, 30s, early 20s, this is not the party ship, fun ship.
Unless you're just super laid back, this is not going to be for you.
Right. But they still did have fun things.
Yeah.
The bars, the music playing.
Yeah.
They had an ABBA night. They had an ABBA night.
Queen night.
A Queen night. That was pretty cool that we were just dancing to Queen and ABBA. It was kind of fun.
All we did was just watch and laugh.
All right. Next on our list was sitting was limited on the Lido. Michelle, what'd you think about that?
When we first got on, we thought, yay, there's going to be plenty of seating because they weren't full. But then on sea days, we saw that it's just like every other ship. It gets full and you don't have any place to go.
Yeah, it just didn't seem like there was enough loungers out there. And I mean, the deck above seemed okay, but again, it was limited as well. We do like how the deck above has like a cover over top of it to keep the sun off of you. That was nice. But yeah, the overall loungers and stuff, we've heard this with many other ships as well. It's just almost like it was too many people for the amount of space you had.
I think we complain about that on every ship.
We do on every one. So just our opinion on that.
Absolutely.
All right, last on here is the Serenity. We love the solarium area, which was adult-only area. But the con is, in my opinion, the Serenity deck area, which was on the very top, just was not like blowing you away. Like many other Serenity deck areas, we've seen a ton of whirlpools, jacuzzis, some of them you have little pools, water fountains, and so forth. This ship did not really have that one. We were even told at one time the very top was many years ago for like a nude area. People would go at the very top, and that was their nude, kind of laying out in the nude area there. But the solarium area is adult kind of only, somewhat like a Serenity area. That was nice. But the normal area that's called Serenity out on deck, I think 15 or 16, just was not all that. I videoed going up and walking around it, and I'm going to show you some of this in here. It just was not all that. The solarium was much nicer. So if you're trying to pick between the two to go to, definitely go to the solarium area and get there early enough. But if you're wanting the sun, go ahead and go up there. But don't expect anything fancy or anything like blowing you away. It's just, it's probably one of the worst ones I've seen on a cruise ship. And we've been on a lot of Carnival cruise ships. So, hey, that is our list. Michelle, anything you got to say about that?
I think that summed it up.
Yeah, I think it was 22 pros, 9 cons. And some of these we understand are very nitpicky, but we wanted to kind of give you our thoughts on it.
We had an excellent time. And
we did. We will book the Celebrity Reflection again one day, or definitely a Celebrity Cruise one day.
Yes.
Food was
very good.
Perfect.
Very good.
Thank you. You guys have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.